Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Spyro 3 Reignited. In the last episode, we lost Hunter. He fell into the sorceress's trap. The cutscene was actually a little different. You didn't hear the cackling laughter at him for falling into such an obvious trap, and I actually feel kind of bad for him in this version because it looks much smaller than the original was. But yeah, we've now got to do... We've also lost access to all the hunter-based quests.
Spyro, we urgently need your help. The evil cat wizards of Velinia have stormed our castle and captured our princess. If we don't stop them right away, they'll force her to marry Prince Asriel.
I thought she was a queen. Also, that fairy just vanished into thin air. Wait, what? Oh, right, I remember now. This level is the equivalent of the, I don't know what the equivalent was, if there was an equivalent in Spyro 2, but in the first Spyro world where... It was the Enchanted era in the first Spyro game where... Hang on, I need to stop falling off the edge. And I need to think. It's where enemies could change size, so you could get big enemies or small ones. Yep. Now he is a big enemy that I can't charge through. Ow! Talk about a last minute shot. You cannot charge those little guys, they're too quick on the draw.
Hurry, Spyro! If we don't get to the castle right away, the princess will be forced to marry that loser, Prince Asriel.
They got very nice Irish accents, you know? Oh dear, he got too big too fast. On the upside, you can't shoot me while you're... Looks like the roll is actually getting a use now. I have to wonder though, do they have actual points on their lances which have been edited out by the Reignited trilogy? Nice try, but I'm a lot smarter than that. Oh dear. Alright, moneybags.
Well, Spyro, today is your lucky day. The wizards and I have worked out a little deal. If you simply pay a small toll, they'll be happy to raise these steps and let you pass.
No!
Suit yourself, Spyro. But every time I think of that poor, poor fairy princess being captured by those villainous wizards, I simply break down in tears.
Okay, I didn't say it, but I really did like the detail with the animation that they had for Moneybags in the previous time I had to pay him in Frozen Altars, I believe it was. Fine.
You have chosen wisely, Spyro. I'll tell the wizards to raise the steps immediately. Oh, and best of luck rescuing that princess, or whatever it is you're up to.
Alright, does anyone remember this from the original Spyro? Let's have a talk with Moneybags about this.
You know, come to think of it, the wizards only agreed to raise the steps. They never said they wouldn't lower them again. Those guys are pretty clever, aren't they?
At least we don't have to pay him again. So yeah, you gotta get up these steps really quickly, and it actually gives us a little sound effect telling you how close they are to lowering. Nice touch. basic dragon skills. I can't tell if that's death water or safe water. Hello, miss.
There's no time to lose. Prince Azrael and his cat armies are about to steal a poor princess.
Has anyone been noticing that all of them have a slightly different idea of how this whole shebang is happening? Okay. Testing time. Wow! Insta-death. That's cheeky. Alright, let's try this again. But yeah, I am close enough that I can jump back up. They just don't want me to. You can kindly knock that off. Wow, that's dirty. That is so incredibly dirty. I feel like they've actually done a bit of tampering with the attack code on the enemies in this game, and it's not working out well. If you kill the wizards responsible for any sort of moving stuff about, then... you know what? Yeah. So now it's permanently halfway out, so you've still got a staircase up, but you've also got a way back. Okay. And that's how we get through. Ay, ay, ay. Friendly fire is clearly on. Although I think I also slightly bypassed that problem.
According to legends, there's a golden goose at the top of this here mountain. I want to be the first person to the top so I can grab it. I just bought some Insta-Sprout Ultra Super Grow seeds from a bear with a bag of gems. He said they were magic, but I can't make them do anything. You can have a couple if you like.
Alright, so the way this works is very similar to the way it worked in the... Wait a second. He's got a little crown. That's fantastic. Yeah, the still ones will create little daisy flowers for you to jump on. The bouncy ones create mushrooms, which you can't get onto from the ground floor. There's just not enough height for Spyro. It's very similar to Zephyr, if you remember Zephyr. If you don't remember Zephyr, then I'd recommend that you go and watch that instead. Don't know what you're doing here when you haven't seen the rest of my Reignited playthrough. So there's no automatic aiming on it. Good to know. Okay, now which way would we want to go first? For some reason the yellow ones are making bouncy noises when they very clearly aren't bouncing. That's kind of weird to me. But the reason we wanted to go that way was because there was a ricocheting dragon. No, there was this seed up here, so we're going to need it for what's up ahead. I am too lazy to aim. I mean, if you can jump like that, do you really need magic beans, mate?
I found this egg on the way up here. I think it was laid by a golden goose. We'll have to keep going. We're almost to the top.
No, that egg was not laid by a goose.
You've been doing great so far. Why don't you take 2 more seeds?
So, did anyone else notice something kind of important? Or rather, not. I'm sort of complaining here about how they've made the game's kind of hard to make out. Where am I going with this? The grass was concealing part of that animation, so I feel like they might have overdone it with the animations. They're very hyperactive beans, you see. Only these aren't beans, these are mushrooms. That's a very different species. Alright, let's just do a little scouting to figure out what puzzle we've got up here first. Now, we can use any seed that we want to get here. Okay. There's only, what, 3 combinations of how we can plant these? So we just try them all until something happens. Come to think of it, well, that's probably not the right order, is it? In fact, I almost feel like they mucked up with the... Yeah, I don't think this was supposed to be high enough. This was supposed to be short enough for Spyro to get onto it. He's supposed to need that mushroom in order to jump up there. Oh dear, Mr. Ignited Trilogy. Get in the soil, silly mushroom. And that didn't quite work. No, wait, I remember how this goes. Plant this there. We grab this. And then we backtrack to the last mushroom we planted. And swap it out. Because you see, mushrooms are very rare. We need 3 of them. And now it is a straight shot to the finish.
The legendary golden goose! You can have another one of its eggs as a souvenir!
I see you're dividing the spoils equally.
That's the ugliest goose I've ever seen!
Oh, you can't ever be happy, can you? First it's that the seeds don't work, and now it's that the golden goose isn't as good looking as you'd have liked it to be. And there's the gems. And I think that's everything in here, yeah. And just doing a quick roundabout to make sure no one left something important somewhere. Still don't like that enchanted water is insta-kill. It might be slime or something. Oh! You clever. Meow.
I just saw Prince Azrael run into the castle. We have to stop him before he reaches the princess.
Have you noticed that all of the fairies will just go a certain distance and then go poof? Yeah. She flies down there and then zap. Ah! You! No! Explosives! Metal armor! Oh. Sorry, Prince. I do think that the style that they picked for the later games is a lot better than the initial Spyro's style, so to speak. And I do sort of have this mental, yeah, this isn't going to go well, because the second ability you get from Sparks...
Hi, Spyro. Isn't Prince Azrael just the dreamiest? The other fairies and wizards won't let us get married, so we're going to elope. By the way, Azrael says you can have this egg if you don't tell anyone where we went.
Sakura. Well, there you go. Yeah, you can tell this was the point where they stopped actually caring about making any coherent plot, and they just had fun with the whole thing. Oh, it's these silly enchanted gem caskets again. Alright, time to play the runabout again. Or at least maybe later. Because right now we have the final Sergeant Bird mission. Step inside, old chum.
Good day, Spyro. I'd like to stay and chat, but I'm late for an engagement with a fairy friend of mine. Just a friend, you understand. Strictly platonic relationship. Certainly not a violation of military protocol whatsoever. What are you giving me that look for?
You sound very convincing there, mate.
Where have you been, James? We were supposed to meet in the temple an hour ago. And don't give me that old matters of national security line again. I guess it doesn't matter, though. The whole temple is full of nasty cat witches anyway. We'll just have to call off our date. That is, unless you want to battle the witches.
Yeah, so here we have an air arena. I do remember that they at least have the decency to only attack you from in front. I also remember that there's a skill point for breaking all the windows, so we want to do that now while we can. There we go. Sometimes I remember this game. Yep, they only attack from the front.
So, I see those rocket launchers aren't just for show after all. Well, I just hope your accuracy is better than your punctuality, because there are still a lot more witches in the temple.
Yep, we gotta do it again. Yeah, we're having a good old time hitting these things, aren't we? can't hit you from off screen, which is very generous of them. Only one hit out of the, what, 14 witches we've defeated so far?
I must admit, James, I am impressed. There are still a few witches left, though, and this time they mean business. They even turned the floor into deadly blue ooze. Oh, do be careful, okay?
Yeah. Look at that walk cycle. I remember that actually in Spyro A Hero's Tale, Sergeant Bird took over as the Speedway character. The idea of the game was that you had several different characters you can play as, and for the Speedway type levels... Oh yeah, they also start attacking back now. I don't have that many. Yeah, I can't do all these things at once. I can't fly, shoot rockets, and strafe, but I suppose they'll be having trouble hitting me. Hello?
You did it, James! Oh, I knew you weren't the leader of the hummingbird resistant movement for nothing. Now we have the temple all to ourselves. But first, I have a present for you.
Abby. Is that a pun? We get the egg Abby for 101 for clearing out a temple of cat witches. It might be a pun. But yes, Sergeant Bird had best hand that egg off before he has his special time with his special someone. I'd know it. I guess in a way this is a very romantic area. Yeah, we're not making that glide on our own. I'm pretty sure there's a much easier way up here to get to it anyhow. Yep. Alright then, so what else could we do, Sparks? Alright, I see some areas we haven't quite explored, I guess? No wait, that's where Sergeant Bird's section was. Okay, think. How do we want to glide to get over there? Hover! Alright, this thing. Is he still shooting at me? In a cutscene? You jerk! We get a Benjamin. Now, is it that I just hear this, I've just heard this song plenty of times before, or is this reused from Spyro 1? I don't know what to think, really. Yep, you have to fake them out, otherwise they'll drop it on you. You know, I feel like there actually isn't enough time to make it up there, but I only make it because the physics goes slightly uncaring, shall we call it, at the last second. I have absolutely no complaints on that. 1 gem each? Come on, you awful little things. Ow. Yeah, and here, they have the decency that when they're defeated, they'll leave it up. I do have to wonder, though, exactly what sort of arrangement would Moneybags have with those cat wizards that they wouldn't just turn him into a frog or something. It's just one of those little things that you're never going to figure out. There's the ramshackle rocket. And where does that hit? Whoops! I think I destroyed it. I could have sworn that there was an achievement for landing on top of that thing. Well, not an achievement, an actual skill point. The Impossible Tower. Yeah, I actually think that is the case. You need to land on top of it. Or maybe I'm just a fool. That time where you're hoping that the physics won't quite work out, but it does. How would... Oh! I was just thinking, how would a relationship work out between a fairy and a penguin? They are actual fairy penguins. Yes, there we go. And now we get the egg. Mo. That is quite some sneeze, good sir. Okay, this might cost me a life. Get a running start. Jump. Glide. And very well. Well, that was an interesting experience. Oh hello, they put me back up here, so I'm free to try again. We only have 39 more tries to get this skill point, guys. There we go! Impossible Tower. So what else is there, Sparks? Alright, I'll take your word for it. Wait, what are you guys doing back again? I was afraid of that, Sparks. Oh well. You lead, I'll follow. This is a very memorable track, we have to admit it. Okay, Sparks. Yeah, that probably would be a good place to hide some gems, wouldn't it? Because the camera snaps around like this. Oh, the spell jar actually reset. I guess that was the result of me dying. Oh, that's a bit of a letdown, ain't it? But at least we've dealt with the... It is right over there. Yeah, we've dealt with all the enemies, so we don't have to be worried about being sniped out of the sky by arrows. Where would that one be? So that's not water, that's blue ooze. Or rather, deadly blue ooze. I don't know. I'm not very good with accents, but they help me give me some way to distinguish myself when I'm playing games without voice acting. Rather to distinguish the voices. Yeah, I'm betting the only gems left are in that jar. So... backwards loop of the level, why not? I just flew straight past it, didn't I? Oh, I feel rather silly. Yeah, there, we just went past that, what, a few minutes ago? And yeah, we were just there too. You're just dragging it out now, aren't you? Magic chest just doesn't want to be broken. But you know what, Magic Jar? You're gonna have to deal with it like everyone else does. And that is all the gems. So that's the 100% completion for the level. Now, here's the thing about this level. I don't think it's a... well... I don't ever recall getting Princess Amy's input from on the rocket restoration. It was always someone else. So, maybe I should have tackled this level first? Because if there's nobody else there, then surely she's going to have something to say. Oh.
Hello. I thought you might be hungry.
Thanks. Did you bring any chips?
I'm sorry this happened, but I tried to warn you.
I had to help Spyro rescue the eggs.
You just don't understand. If we don't bring dragons back to this world soon, all our magic will be lost.
The dragons used to live here?
Yes, this was their original home. But a long, long time ago, the sorceress banished them to the other side of the world. She didn't realize the dragons were the source of all our magic.
Maybe I could convince the dragons to come back, if you let me go.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Interesting bit of character development there. But then this is called the Forgotten Worlds for a reason. The dragons must have forgot they lived here. Also, I'm gonna hate myself for asking it, but which dragon was he in the original Spyro game, I wonder? Well, either way. Next time we tackle the final world of the Evening the evening lake, I think it was. Until then, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.